Taking a look at the Payless Mining Company's superintendent's cabin up here on Upper Carson Hill Road. This is the fella that drives down the road to the mill and keeps the mill running. He's in charge of all operations at the mill. The building's completely scratch built. Knotty pine interior, board and batten exterior. The interior is made to simulate knotty pine. Board and batten outside, completely scratch built. I framed the walls and built it board by board, completely detailed on the inside. One of my last scratch built structures that went on the railroad. This is Mr. Ming's looking down Carson Hill Road at Mr. Ming's Chinese Laundry. It's a Rich White Models kit that I sell as the Casaretto Brothers. This is a miner's cabin, again on Upper Carson Hill Road. This is a Rich White Models kit also I sell as a miner's cabin. It's another shot looking at the Fandango Hall. Next to it is the Blue Angel Smoke Shop and Dr. Lyons, the local dentist. And this is on the downhill side of Mount Bullion, Upper Mount Bullion. And next to that is the jewelry store. That's Abe's Jewelry. And that's a Rich White Models kit also I sell as an essay office. And that's looking up the downhill side of Orr Street, Placer. This is the back wall, back side of Rosie's Fandango Hall. This is a building that stood in Hornitos, California. It's one of my Rich White Models kits, and it's up here on Orr Street. That's the front of it. Got the little daily news stand next to it, and it's quite a building. This is Upper Carson Hill Road. This is the Mr. Ming's Chinese Laundry at the edge here. It's also a Rich White Models kit that I sell as the Casaretto Brothers. It sits up here. This is the backside of Rosie's Fandango Hall. This is a Rich White Models kit. It's up here on Orr Street, on the downhill side of Orr. It's a building that I've did extensive melting.
That's all right.
Looking up on the lower side of Placer Street, looking at Costello's, and then again Uzi's bar on the corner, and then across the street from the bar is the Clavey. And on the opposite side of the street, we got the post office, Luke's Toy Train store, and then the Clavey Hotel. This is another shot looking up Mine Street, up the sidewalk, again with J. Albert there and the Waterworks building, and then the backside of Uzi's bar, and of course the Miners Monument. On the uphill side of Placer Street is the pawn shop. This is a downtown deco kit that I built years and years ago. It's completely detailed on the inside, and it just sits uphill next to the Majestic movie theater. And that's the Majestic, which is, I believe, a heritage plastic kit. I did quite a bit of work on it, detailed the lower part of it, added lighting to it. It's a pretty big building. And it sits on, again, the up the hill side of Orr Street, Placer Street, sorry. And then this is the Comstock building. Again, this is another one of those heritage plastic kits. Again, a big building, detailed on the inside. There's a creepy little guy sitting in the window. He's there all the time. And then the lobby is all detailed out. And that's part of the Comstock building. Yeah, this corner building is Uzi's Bar and Grill. This is a Thomas York kit. I looked around for a number of different spots to put it because I wanted it to be displayed prominently. And on the corner of Mine Street and Placer, that's its home. Again, that's a Thomas York kit, and then the building next to it is a Rich White Models kit called Costello's Men's Store. And in between the two is a phone booth that actually is lit. Little scratch-built phone booth that I put. So the guys that are coming out of the bar need to be able to call home to get a ride. This little guy is a local monument to the miners in the area. Mount Bullion founding fathers wanted to pay tribute to those guys. So we built this little bronze statue here that is a replica of a miner, local miner, and just pays tribute to why the town is here. This corner building here on the corner of Mine Street and Carson Hill Road, this is where Carson Hill Road tees into Mine Street. This building, I sell Rich White Models, and it's called the Adams. So it's quite a big kit. 3 different buildings all attached, made for a corner. So, and then all detailed on the back. And it's called J. Albert, the Mount Bullion Water Company, and also a music store. And in the back is Lance's Fix-It Shop back there. He's a local guy that does all of the custom work for the guys, metal work, welding. And he's got a pretty little busy spot back there behind. This is the Clavey Hotel. This is a styrene kit that I scratch built some years ago. Sits on the corner of Mine Street and Placer Street. Complete scratch built, detailed on the inside, all out of styrene. A lot of hours in that. It sits on the corner. Very important spot in town. The Clavey Hotel. A lot of the miners stay in there. This is the post office. This is one of my Rich White Models kits. This is U.S. Post Office in Mount Bullion. Little kit sits next to the gas station. And also to the right of that kit is a little kit called, that on the railroads called Luke's Toy Train Shop. That's also a Rich White Models kit. And they also sit just a bit down the street from the Clavey Hotel, which we'll show you next. Ready?
Yeah.
This is Bell's Diner on Mine Street, Lower Mount Bullion. This is a kit that was scratch built, completely scratch built. I used the trolley for the cafe part and scratch built the stone building behind it where the kitchen is. It's completely detailed on the inside with patrons outside and inside waiting for some grub in the early evening here on Mount Bullion, Lower Mount Bullion. About 50 hours in that kit to build. This kit's called Tank's Gas Station, local gas station here in Lower Mount Bullion. This is a kit that I manufacture with Rich White Models also, but this was my prototype kit, and it's now on the railroad. Down here in Lower Mount Bullion on Mine Street. Scratch built. This is a view looking straight uphill on Mine Street, Payless Mining Company. This street tags into Placer Street up there. So these are all the buildings on Mine Street. I cast some blue shadow on that.
Yeah. Taking a break, thing overheated.
That's nice. That's little Luke at Lance's Fix-It Shop. Oh.